And oh, hey, Ashlyn. I didn't see you come on. How are you? Are you good? Good. I'm glad. Nice to see you. Uh, Hunter, I have a question that I think you might know the answer to. I was watching sports last night, and I know that Ohio State um, has had some game cancel. How many games do they have to play to be qualified for postseason? Do you know? Does anybody know?
Well, they have to play 6 games to play in the Big Ten championship.
Okay, that's what it was. And they have 5 right now, right?
Yeah, so they've got one game coming up, which against Michigan, which we'll see if that happens because Michigan.
Yeah. So then if they don't play the 5th game, that 6th game, then they can't play in the Big Ten championship. Then does that knock them out of any postseason stuff?
I don't think so. I think
Oh,
they plan on if they don't play in the Big Ten championship, they
uh-huh.
may like find another team like Wisconsin to play against and like play them that week.
Okay.
So
Y'all saw Indiana beat Wisconsin yesterday, right? Were y'all pretty excited about that?
Indiana's on a hot streak.
Yeah. Yep. And they had our backup quarterback. I didn't get to watch any of the game, but we had our backup quarterback in and still won. Oh, Maisie, what are we eating?
Cottage cheese.
Oh, yum.
She likes it, so.
I mean, I like cottage cheese. Yeah. Anybody else a cottage cheese fan? Anyone? No.
Never
Yeah.
had it before.
Boyd, you've never had cottage cheese. That's shocking to me. Like it used to be when you went to a restaurant, that was like like if you ordered a meal, you got a little thing of cottage cheese, and that was like, and I don't even know why. So, but it's pretty good.
Unless I ate it without knowing it.
I think you'd know it because it's like white, and you didn't know what it was. You would think it was like spoiled something or whatever. So I don't know. It's good. Hey, Jeff. Jeff with no Andy Haley. And still no lights. You were like, you're in the dark. Hey, Ella. We were just talking football, and then we got talking cottage cheese. Pretty exciting stuff. All right, so a couple of things I want you to be thinking about. We're gonna get rolling into our meeting and stuff, but usually I was thinking today, getting some stuff ready that, normally if we're in small group, we do like our best and worst, our highs and lows and stuff like that. So maybe not everybody, but if anybody has like a really, really good best that they think everybody should hear, or a horrible, horrible worst that you like, oh, I had this horrible worst. Hey, Levi, you can share that. And I want you to be thinking about if your family has Christmas tradition, things that you do every year as a family. How many of y'all, because we're going to talk about this in a few minutes, how many of y'all actually have an elf on the shelf? Anybody have the elf? You guys are probably too old for the elf on the shelf. Well, we were not going to be elf on the shelf people. And last year we caved. And Max was coming back from school talking about all the kids and their elf on the shelf, and he didn't have an elf. And so we like caved big time. And we got an elf on the shelf. So like elf on the shelf is like kind of the new popular thing. So be thinking about what, if any, Christmas traditions that your family has. Jaden, I feel like you're laughing at us or something. Are you? He's muted, and so I see him like he's talking to Cole, but he's like, we can't hear what he's saying. Oh, Boyd, that's a sad. Boyd said, I've always wanted an elf and never got one. We got an elf, and it's like, it's okay, but did you know? I did not know this. Did you know that you like you're not supposed to touch the elf? Like, and if you touch the elf, then he goes back to the North Pole and he never comes back. Did you know that? That's like hardcore stuff, man. That's like serious Christmas drag right there. So anyhow. Oh, you can't unmute? Well, Jeff, I wouldn't say you're a dummy, but down in the bottom left hand corner, do you see the little microphone? Are you on a computer? He's talking, but I don't hear anything. Are you on a computer or are you on a phone? Computer? Well, down in the left-hand corner, there should be a little microphone icon. Is your sound turned up? Did you join with audio? Join with computer audio? You did that? Okay, well, that's the end of my tech skills right there. Hey, Connor, good to see you. Hold. Cole and Jaden say hold FN and press your mic thingy. Function. That's what FN is, right? Function. Is that right? See, I'm gonna be one of those computer guys. Hi, Maisie. You gonna wave? Or connect headphones with a mic. That's what I have. Because that way when Eli comes screaming in here, maybe you don't hear him quite as badly. So for those of you who just got on here, I asked you to think about two things. Normally at small group, we'll do like our best and worst or highs and lows. We probably can't have everybody share, but if you have like a really, really good best that you're like, oh, this was awesome this week, everybody needs to know it, or a terrible, horrible worst that nobody can top and you feel like, you know, there's that. And then be thinking about your favorite Christmas tradition, okay? Ella, I'm looking. I thought that Emma was on here. Is that who you're talking about? Where'd Ella go? Oh, she can't get on the meeting. She was on a minute ago. We're trying to get everybody on. So Jeff, still no luck with your snow day. Allie, was that your high? Was that your best that it was a snow day?
Uh-huh.
All right. Good. Yeah, snow days are good. How many of y'all did y'all get us? Who all got a snow day? Was that Tuesday? Tuesday was a snow day, right?
Uh-huh.
Connor got one. Yeah. I love that was one thing I figured out that like teachers, they have the countdown of stuff and they are excited about snow days just as much as students are. So
Or more.
or more. Okay. Lily, you didn't get a snow day because you were virtual, right?
Yeah, Massey might have gotten a snow day if we weren't online.
You got robbed of your snow day. That's so sad. All right. So is
Same
everybody
as me.
same as
I was
you?
online, but we took a break and went snowing for about 2 hours from 4 to
Oh.
6.
Nice. Okay. So you kind of got the best of both worlds. That's good. I like that. Good. Oh, good. Boyd got a new dog, Zoe. Is that a girl dog then? Oh, everybody look at. Oh. And what kind of dog is that? See, I would look at that dog. I'm like, oh, that's a cute black dog. That's how I would describe that dog.
Yeah, she's a miniature Australian Shepherd.
That's what I was going to say. Either a black dog or a miniature Australian Shepherd. Because I know all that stuff. Oh. But still is dead. Jeff, I don't know, because it shows that you're not muted on this end. I love technology. It's a beautiful thing.
Hello?
All right. Nothing. Okay. All right. So everybody should be thinking about a Christmas tradition. We're gonna play a little game here. So everybody's heard of Elf on the Shelf, right? I talked about a little earlier, Elf on the Shelf. All right, we're gonna look at some variations and you have to guess what the variation is, okay? So let me get this going. All right, so now can everybody see that pretty well? kind of. All right, so you've heard of Elf on the Shelf. So now there's going to be some kind of cool variations of this, and you have to guess if somebody were creating a new. Hold on, we got a couple people coming in. Maybe if I can let them in. All right, sorry. I think we got a couple more people coming in. All right, so are you all ready? So you have to guess. So the first one is kind of funny. So notice the elf and shelf, they rhyme, right? Okay, so that's like your first clue. All right. So you can either just, if your mic is unmuted, then you can just say it. If you want to pop it in the chat, then you can put there on there. So if not Elf on the Shelf, what is this? You've heard of Elf on the Shelf, but have you heard of?
Shoe on the lock.
Not Shoe on a Lock. Hey, Haley.
Crock lock.
Yeah, Croc. Get it? Croc on a lock. Ah. I just want to go out. I didn't write this, but some of these made me laugh out loud. Like I'm looking at them, I'm like, that is funny stuff. All right. So everybody see how this goes? Elf on the Shelf, Croc on the Lock. Here's the next one.
Who's that guy?
Anyone? Anyone?
Great cake.
Drake. Close. Somebody was close.
Great cake.
Not Drake. Not Elf on the Shelf, but Drake.
Cupcake.
Drake on a cupcake.
Drake on a cupcake. Yeah. Does everybody know who Drake is? Yes, everybody's no. All right, well. Drake on a cupcake. That one made me laugh. All right, so now you're getting the hang of it. Here's the next one. Everybody's got to get this one.
It's Vader on a tater.
Vader on a tater. Wouldn't that be like right there? Wouldn't that be like the best? Wouldn't that get you in the Christmas spirit, knowing that Darth Vader was on a baked potato?
I heard it. I knew it right as she said it.
All right, good. And if you're from the South, it sounds really good. Vader on a tater. Yeah. So, all right, here's another one.
Dwight on Sprite.
Dwight on a Sprite.
Nice, Dwight on a Sprite. Yes. Everybody knows who Dwight is, right? We're all office, yeah. Office fluent. All right, Dwight on a Sprite. Get it? Dwight on a Sprite. Good. All right. Oh, Dwight on a Sprite. This one's a little more difficult.
Reindeer on a ballet.
You're getting close.
Reindeer on a dancer.
Prancer on a dancer.
There we go. Yeah. Prancer
Yay.
on a dancer. Because remember they have to rhyme. Prancer on a dancer. So that's like Santa meets the Nutcracker sweet thing. All right. Here's the next one. This one was the funniest one to me.
Oh,
Would it be Among Us on a like a oh, that's
Fungus.
bad.
Yeah, Among Us on a fungus. Some of y'all have played Among Us. Anybody? I know some of y'all were playing in the student center before we stopped meeting. Yeah. No, Emma, you're like, no, you haven't played. You get it though? Among Us on a fungus. That's funny. That's clever. That would put you in the Christmas spirit, wouldn't it? Oh, we got a couple more. Here we go.
Obama on a llama.
A llama.
All right, Obama on a llama. So it was just a picture. It's not a political statement. Obama on a llama. Here's the next one.
Spock on the
Spock
rock.
on the rock.
Spock on the rock. Yeah, that's kind of like the coming together of a couple like generations, because Spock is kind of like a couple, yeah, from Star Trek. Does everybody know who Spock is?
Yes.
Oh, look at Jaden. He's got the whole thing going on. Nice job. All right, Spock on the rock. How about this one?
Swift on a gift.
Swift on a gift. Nice. Boyd, was that you?
Yes.
Nice. You're answering that. Get it? Swift on a, because everyone here is a Taylor Swift fan, right? Because we all love Taylor Swift. All right. Taylor Swift on a gift. Good. How about this one?
I know this one.
Fallon on a gallon.
All right. Jimmy Fallon on a gallon. Yes. So you all should be in bed by the time Fallon comes on. But you all know what milk is. Fallon on a gallon. Good. All right. I think maybe we have, yeah, this one's the hardest one. It's the last one.
With Chrome.
Oh,
I don't know.
Chrome on a gnome,
there
or
we
vice
go.
versa.
Chrome. Yeah, Chrome. You all see the little Chrome?
Chrome on a gnome.
Chrome on a gnome. Nice. Good job. All right. Did anybody laugh out loud at those? Because I thought they were pretty funny when I saw them before. So yeah, no. Cole, are you shaking your head? No, they're not that funny. Okay. Never seen this. Oh, you've never seen the show? Yeah. I got to tell you, we don't watch Fallon very much. But once he went to where he was doing it without the studio audience, he wasn't that funny. And like the last few ones, they were all like political, and after a while it got
The
old.
Christmas in Rockefeller, he was singing a song with Dolly Parton. It was funny.
Dolly Parton is like everywhere right now. Like she was yeah, she's doing all kinds of stuff. So
She was on the Thanksgiving Day parade.
yeah, she's on Thanksgiving Day Parade. She was on the Rockefeller thing, and then she was on something else. So, and we looked it up. Like Dolly, she's like in her 70s. She still sings pretty good for her 70s.
I thought she was in her 80s.
Is she in her 80s?
She's as old as Donald Trump.
Wow, is that our?
No, he's like 75.
He's as old as Donald Trump. That's when you know you're old.
He had a lot of plastic surgery.
What? How old is Dolly Parton? She's 74 years old, according to Google. 74. So there you go. Oh, Cheryl's yelling from the other room. She's 77. Oh, Cheryl says she's 77. So there you go. That's good. Hi, Amy Burns. How are you?
Good.
Good. All right. So does anybody have like a best of the best, something that happened this week? Allie's already shared that her best was she got a snow day. So she was excited. Can anybody top that? Something that happened this last week that was better than a snow day?
We made homemade donuts.
Oh, wow. That sounds good. See, that's one of those things that you wish you could share on Zoom, right? Everybody would get a donut.
I've been
awesome.
quarantined.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So how is everybody in your family? Is everybody feeling okay?
Dad has no symptoms, but according to our mom, we have to be quarantined for a week and a half more.
Well, you should always listen to your mom.
They said now instead of 14 days that they decreased it to 10 days. Even though on the same thing, they said on the same channel, they said that it was like the worst week in the US for COVID spike, and they're decreasing it to 10 days. That doesn't make sense. If it was worse, they would have increased it probably to 2.5 weeks. If it wasn't, so probably the worst is behind us, but the Democrats when they give
here's
it.
hoping. All right. So Cole or Jaden, which one boarded around the entire school? Who's the skateboarder? Both of you? You both did, or is it Jaden? Both?
I got into it, and then he copied me like a little brother does.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Totally. Yep. All right. Good. So homemade donuts. We're all for homemade donuts. Snow days, skateboarding around the entire school. Anybody else have a best that like is up there with snow day and homemade donuts and skateboarding?
I mean, I do winter percussion.
Lily, go ahead. Winter percussion, what?
Oh, I do winter percussion and marimba. Since all we have is a front ensemble, we don't have a marching battery as a part of our indoor. Marimba is kind of the main instrument, and our school has 3 marimbas, and I got on 3rd marimba, and since it's my first year doing winter percussion, getting on 3rd marimba was kind of big, so that was cool.
All right. So does everybody know that in sign language, does everybody know how you clap in sign language? Yeah, you do this. So that would be one of those where you're like, yay, everybody clap for Lily. Oh, good job. Some of you did. All right. Good job, Lily. So who else was gonna talk? Who was gonna say something about the best that is up there with marimba, homemade donuts, skateboarding, and snow days? Anybody? Okay, did anybody have a worst? Like anything that was like, oh, it was terrible.
Last night I woke up sweating and my heart racing because I was scared. But I
Oh,
don't remember any bad dreams. The only thing I remember was just basically this creepy face that I thought was the legend Candyman, and then like I saw
Oh.
this hook.
you
It
didn't.
said it was more like what the YouTube channel, the infographic show pictured is. It's just much larger and coming at you, just the face.
Oh,
And it just showed the hook, and then I just heard this and woke up
yikes.
because I was doing that when I wake up. I'm like
Okay, you didn't say Candyman, 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 did you? Because you're not supposed to
No,
say his name 3 times.
Actually, it's 5, and then you're supposed to turn off the lights.
Oh, okay. Well, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
So,
No.
so did somebody put the Bengals game? Did the Bengals lose today?
I would have been dead because the supposedly this ghost can kill you without
Oh,
possessing
yikes.
the body.
All right. So did the Bengals lose today? They win? They lose? They lost. Sorry. Colts won. So who hurt their knee last Sunday? Oh. Do you still have a knee? Is it still there? Still able to walk? Okay. Getting hurt is no fun. Like, was it a skateboarding thing? You were getting ready to do the half pipe and you did I don't even know skateboarding terms, so I'm gonna leave. No, it wasn't that. Were you doing
It was
trip?
a trampoline.
Oh, the trampoline. You got to watch those trampolines. That's crazy. All right. So is your knee okay? Is it better or getting better? No, it's not getting better.
Not really, kind of,
Oh.
but
If you knew a good chiropractor, maybe he could help you. I don't know. Okay. So thank you for sharing that. So I asked, does anybody have family Christmas traditions? So for example, I told you that we gave in and we did Elf on the Shelf. But one of the things we do every year, which is kind of fun, is that I don't know if you can see this, but we do a countdown to Christmas.
an advent calendar.
Yeah, but every day the boys open it up and they get a piece of chocolate. And so we've done that now for like 3 or 4 years. And Max, as soon as he comes down, he's like, I'm ready for my chocolate. But it's just a little chocolate. So, and it's low fat, low carb, low sugar chocolate. And one thing new that we did this year, I thought I brought one in, but I didn't, is that every day they get to open a present, and it's a Christmas book. So then we have a Christmas book that we read every day. That's a new thing that we're doing. So does anybody have, okay, Ella, you have to tell us what the pickle in the tree is. That's new for me.
Okay, so we have this green pickle, so it like blends in with the tree.
Okay.
And on Christmas Eve, after we go to bed, Mom and Dad will hide the pickle in the tree. And when we come out to open presents and stuff, whoever finds the pickle first gets to open presents first.
Wow. So like, is it like a dill? Is it a gherkin? Is it a?
Dill.
That's
It's a
all I
dill
I don't know.
That's okay.
It's a dill pickle.
It's a dill pickle. I have never heard of that. That's kind of cool.
It's actually
It's a German tradition.
German tradition.
Yeah.
Okay.
my mom actually found it when she was shopping,
Wow.
and and if my dad didn't have a little bit of German, I would have been 25% German, but I'm not sure how much because my dad has a little bit of German on his side.
Okay. Well, somewhere in our family is German, and I have never heard of pickle in the tree, but that's kind of a fun thing. So who found the pickle last year? Do you remember? Emma, you found it? Okay.
I always find the
every
pickle.
year.
I find the pickle every year.
You do? So has Landon, I just saw his face pop on. Has Landon ever found the pickle?
No.
Okay, so.
I found the pickle, but I didn't get my hands on it first.
Well, it's not just the scene. You got it. Yeah. I bet it's hardcore too. I want to see it in like 5 years when you guys are like 5 years older and then like, I bet it'd be like a WWE throwdown, throwing a kid off the tree. I'm getting the pickle. I think we might do that. Would be awesome.
Landon's
That would
probably
be,
gonna do that.
that would be a great, when we're able to come back together in person, we need to like do a small group game and like throw a couple leaders in there.
Tony, you're giving people too many ideas. You're giving Land too many ideas.
Christmas tree, Tony.
Yeah, full contact. Okay, I love that. Anybody else a Christmas tradition? I don't think I've heard of pickle on the tree. That's very cool.
Usually my cousins come over and we give them their presents and they give us ours and stuff.
Okay.
So
I like, that's a good tradition, giving
Christmas
presents and
Eve.
getting them. I like
Christmas Eve, I mean.
that. Oh, Christmas Eve. Okay.
And also just general family stuff. Sometimes we make cookies, stuff like that.
Okay, I do have to ask
cookies.
I do have to ask this question. So this was like totally foreign to me because I grew up that you did not open presents. You did not open presents until Christmas morning. But then as I got older, I ran into other families that actually open presents on Christmas Eve. And for me growing up, I was like, that is a travesty. You have to wait till Christmas. So any of you all open presents on Christmas Eve?
No.
No? Oh, nobody? So you all
Sometimes we'll just do one. Just
Okay,
one sometimes.
You'll do one. All right. Yeah. Okay. Kate says breakfast. Oh, where'd it go? Breakfast casserole with cinnamon rolls on Christmas morning. Yum. That sounds great. Do you have cottage cheese with that too, Sam?
We always have a Christmas brunch.
Christmas brunch, no cottage cheese, Sam. Christmas brunch, yeah. Oh, turkey ball. Okay, so what is it? I know what a turkey and I know what a ball. What's a turkey ball? I've heard of a cheese ball, but not a turkey ball. Am I missing something? What's a turkey ball?
So, my family, we have this plastic wrap, and it's wrapped around like money and like toys and all these other things, and it's as big as a turkey. And so my family, we sit around in a circle and we pass around mittens, not gloves, mittens.
Okay.
And you have to keep unwrapping the plastic to get money and other toys, and they have 10 seconds to do it, and then they take the gloves off and pass it to the next person. And they put the gloves on and start doing it for 10 seconds, and whoever gets like in the middle, there's a lot of money in the middle, so whoever gets that wins.
Nice. Does it get as violent as the pickle on the tree, or are you all pretty calm about it?
It's pretty, that side of the family that we do it with is pretty competitive. So.
Okay. Yeah. Well, if you're talking money, yeah, that would get a lot of people. All right, that's cool. That's another. I wonder if we combine that with a pickle. You have the pickle wrapped up. I don't know. We'll have to figure that one out. So that's a fun one. All right. So I see a couple people put PJs on Christmas Eve. All right. How many of y'all do the matching pajamas on Christmas Eve every year? Does anybody do that? No, you don't do that? Yes. All right. Good. And then, okay. So what's the Christmas light scavenger hunt? Is that when you drive around to look for Christmas lights? Yes. Okay. Anybody? That's one of my favorite parts of Christmas is the lights. I put out our outdoor lights right after Thanksgiving. I love the lights of Christmas. That sounds like fun. You guys played some fun games on Christmas. Anybody else? Any favorite Christmas traditions? Those are all pretty good. I'm still thinking through the pickle. I think that could be like a really interesting thing. Okay, so Boyd says they put up our tree before Thanksgiving. Did anybody else put their tree up before Thanksgiving? That's
yes.
Like, you did? That's like opening
We
presents.
put up our tree before Thanksgiving, but didn't put ornaments on.
Oh, okay. So that's a
We
compromise.
only put the lights.
Only the lights? Okay. No, Haley, you're shaking your head. How many of y'all Christmas tree does not go up till after Thanksgiving? Anybody? Anybody? All right. Yeah. Okay. Good, good, good. So with all that being said, are y'all getting excited about Christmas? Kind of. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Christmas
Good.
is my favorite
Yeah.
holiday.
All right. Yeah. Christmas. Yeah, I think that would be true for a lot of people. Christmas is your favorite holiday? Anyone thumbs up? Christmas is your favorite?
Probably.
I know we're just into it. Does Christmas feel weird already this year?
No.
Like with Yeah, kind of. We're not totally into it. I know at our last Paige put, yeah, it's sad. I know we talked last time that Thanksgiving plans were changed because of the pandemic, and probably Christmas will be. Yeah, Paige says you can't see any of my family. Yeah, I think gatherings are going to be a lot smaller. But what we want to try to do is keep that excitement about Christmas and not just all the fun things, because I love the kids coming down and getting their chocolates every morning and reading the books and all that kind of stuff. But of course, we want to keep our focus on Jesus as the reason that we celebrate. And I wanted to go back to the passage. If you follow us on Facebook or Instagram, we've been posting some Advent devotionals, and we put those up there just as a tool for you guys to use. There are lots of great Bible reading things that you can do. But I thought this was kind of cool. And there was a passage on there that I don't normally associate with Christmas. And it's from Isaiah chapter 40, verse 31. It says, "But those who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint." Now that is a great passage. And as soon as I read that, I think of the worship song that I think Lincoln Brewster, either he wrote it or he sings it. Strength will rise who wait on the Lord. I don't automatically think of Christmas with that verse. But I love this idea that in the devotion, it talked about the word wait. All right. So how many of y'all are taking a foreign language or will take a foreign language in school? Taking Spanish or French? Is anybody taking French? French is, I took French. All right. Well, Old Testament was written in Hebrew, and I'm sure none of us have ever studied Hebrew. And so I'm thinking that whoever wrote this is smarter than me. But this is really interesting. So in Hebrew, the original language that the Old Testament was written in, it says the word wait can also mean hope. So normally we read Isaiah chapter 40, verse 31, "But those who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength." But if we take that translation, then it says, "But those who hope for the Lord shall renew their strength." And that really makes sense. That how many of y'all like to wait? Anybody like to wait for anything? Yeah, we do the countdown to Christmas. We know when our birthdays come in. We don't like to wait for things. And especially when we don't know when something's going to happen. I mean, that's the whole thing I think with the pandemic is we don't know. Connor said a little earlier, we think maybe the worst part of it is past us, but we don't really know. We know it's going to come to an end at some point, but we don't know when that'll be. And so that makes it hard to wait. But if we think about that verse from what the Hebrew says, "But those who hope in the Lord," that we can put our hope in the Lord. And this is what the devotion said. There's a connection between waiting and hoping. God calls us to practice hope with patience. This verse introduces another element to hope, which God promised to provide, and that is strength. And I love that idea that as we think about getting ready for Christmas, as we count down the days, as we do all the traditions, and I know somebody said that, like Paige said after describing the turkey ball, they're not able to do the turkey ball. So some things that we're used to doing, we're not going to be able to do, but we can still put our trust and our hope in the Lord, and He's going to help us to be patient and give us strength. And so I just want you guys, as we get moving closer to Christmas during all this craziness, to be encouraged, to know that we can have hope, that because of Christmas, we know that God keeps His promises and that He's going to keep His promise to help us to get through this. And that verse from Isaiah counts for today. But if we keep our hope in the Lord, then He is going to give us strength. He's going to help us to mount up with wings like eagles. We'll run and not be wearied. We'll walk and not faint. And so here is kind of my challenge, my encouragement to you guys for this week is if you do follow us on Facebook or Instagram, then every weekday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we're going to post a devotion that has to do with Christmas. And I would love for you to take 5 minutes each day just to read that. And it doesn't have to be that. There are great reading plans on YouVersion. There's great books out there. But I think one way that we can really put our hope in the Lord, that we can get strength and patience from him, is spending time in his word. And so with all the other fun things that we do, finding pickles in the tree and eating great food and homemade donuts and cookies and all that fun stuff, that we want to spend some time in his word. So I just want to encourage you to do that, whether it's following our devotions or doing something else. But I think that will be helpful to us. And while we're moving through this kind of weird Christmas season, it will help keep our focus where it needs to be. And so a challenge is for you to do that. And here's what we're going to do is that for the next 3 weeks, the next 3 Sundays in December, we're going to meet here at 5:00, just to do some fun stuff, to hang out, to kind of connect. And here's the plan. Right before Thanksgiving, we sent you guys a white envelope, right? And you got to open it. And we got to do, hopefully you enjoyed that. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to put together a box that we're going to get to you one way or another. And so the Sunday before Christmas, we're going to do an online Christmas party. And there's going to be some stuff in the box that you'll get to use for that. And then the following Sunday, which I think is the 27th, we're going to do a little New Year's party. It'll be early because once you get old like us and you have little kids, you don't always make it to midnight. But we're going to do a New Year's party the Sunday before New Year's. So be looking in the next, probably not this Sunday, but after that Sunday before Christmas, we're going to get a box to you. And in that box is going to be some fun stuff that will help us to kind of do a little bit of a Christmas celebration together. So, and here's the other thing, that if you have a friend, like normally we're like, hey, invite a friend to church. Well, we're not obviously meeting in person right now. You can invite a friend to join us on this meeting, and we can get the link to them so that they can join us. It'd be a good way to introduce them. And that way, if they think we're too weird or crazy, they can just back out of the meeting and we'll never know. And we are putting all these on our YouTube too, so that you can share those with your friend and that kind of stuff. All right. So yeah, somebody said something about your mom and dad's Facebook. If you're not on Facebook, then I'm posting it on there. I'm posting it in our Impact Student Ministry group. So hopefully you'll be able to find it, but would love for you to follow along with those devotions. All right. So the last thing, and then we'll sign off of here. So first of all, thank you for joining us. Great to see you guys and coming on here. Is there anything that we can be praying about for you? Anything coming up this week? Anything specific? You can either drop it in the comments here in the chat, or you can unmute your mic and tell us. But like we do every time, we want to pray together. And if there's anything specific that we can be praying about, let us know. All right. So Boyd has an unspoken one, so we'll just pray for that. Here's the good news, that God knows everything, and he knows what's going on in that situation, and we can pray for that. So anybody have anything specific we need to be praying about for you or your family or your friends? Or is everybody doing good? Yeah, good. All right. Well, I will pray for us, and I want to thank you guys for logging on. I hope you will follow along with those devotions. And if you can't find them, if you want us to send them to you, I was going to say that if you want us to email them out or whatever, please let me know. We'll be happy to do that. They're just short devotions that are really good. Ashley put on there, we're going to pray for her knee. Ellen Landon's uncle has COVID. Is that right? So we'll pray for him. Over elderly family and those recovering from COVID. Found out this weekend, a guy that I worked with at the church I was at before, he has COVID. He posted today about his symptoms and not being able to taste or smell and how weird that is. And my mom and dad posted today that somebody that they were friends with for a long time, the husband passed away from COVID. So it is still out there, and we want to pray protection over anybody else who's dealing with it. All right, I'll give you another 15 seconds. All right, basketball team will stay healthy. All right. Thank you all. Let me pray for us. Let me pray for you, pray for our families, pray for this week, and then we will sign off on here. Thank you guys so much for joining in. So let's pray together. God, thank you for a chance again this week just to talk about Christmas, to think about some of the fun things we do to celebrate. Father, I thank you for silly things like Elf on the Shelf and how they just help us to get excited about the Christmas season. And Father, I pray that you would help us this week to remember the words of Isaiah 40, that we would wait on you, that we put our hope in you, and that when we do that, we know that gives us strength, that you are with us, that you help us to endure whatever is going on. And so I just pray, that over this whole group, over all our students and families. And God, we lift up those people who are struggling with COVID, whether they're elderly and just need protection. God, for those who've got the disease, I just pray for healing for them. I pray that you would just allow them to heal quickly. God, I pray for those who have lost loved ones to the disease. I pray that you would bring them peace and comfort. And God, I just pray that we would continue to put our trust in you through all of this. I pray for Ashlyn's knee. I pray that you would allow that to heal quickly. I pray for Boyd's prayer requests, whatever that is, that God, you would just meet the need that is there. Pray for all the sports teams that they want to continue their season and are concerned about staying healthy, that you would just watch over them, just from a physical standpoint and also from COVID, and just bless their efforts. God, thank you for the different gifts and abilities you give us. And I pray that this week you would help us to use those for you. Thank you for our church. And even though we're not in person, that Father, we can still be together, encourage one another, and help us this week to put our hope and our trust in you. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thank you all for joining us. Eli came on to say bye. Can you say bye to everybody? Bye. 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 Hey, thank you guys. If you need anything, please message us. You could use your phone, you could call, you could send an email, Facebook, Instagram, get a carrier pigeon, whatever. Check out the devotions. If you need us to send them to you, if you're not able to get them, please let us know that, and we would be happy to do that. So everybody have a great week. Thanks for being here. Be watching for the boxes. Hope you'll join us next Sunday. Have a fabulous, fabulous week.
Thank you.
Bye. Thanks, guys. Good to see you. Bye. 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 Oh, they're all going away. Tell them bye. They're going away. Oh, where's Maisie? Do you see Maisie right there? There's Maisie. Hey, tell her bye. Bye.